Welcome back to the Babbling with Besties podcast. I'm Akasa.
And I'm Melli. And we have special guest cosmetologist Ashley.
Hi.
Pew, 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 pew.
Today's episode is all about hair and beauty.
Yes, for the ladies that listen to us, and the random man that listens to us too.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. You might get some pointers, learn how to do something.
Okay.
Right.
So we have a couple of questions that we wanted to bring you on and ask you today. And just like common questions that I think people that do home care, especially nowadays with like the coronavirus and everything was kind of shut down for a while. So they might have these questions to how to get their hair back in order.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
So the first question we have for you today is, what is the difference between high and low porosity?
So low porosity is when your hair has a difficult time absorbing moisture, or the moisture has a difficult time penetrating your hair, either going in or out. So you can have where your hair gets wet and it's a little difficult to dry. It'll take longer. Or it'll be difficult for you to penetrate moisture into your hair where you're trying to condition it, and it still becomes dry afterwards. So high porosity, which the hair allows moisture to penetrate in and out smoothly with no problems at all. So those are the difference between those two.
Good.
That's good to know, because that, I guess, like, that helps with choosing products that you need, right?
Yeah,
definitely.
So the next question is, what are some tips for stopping hair breakage?
So number one for me would definitely be conditioning your hair, keeping your ends clipped, of course, because if you have split ends, it's just going to continue to grow up the hair shaft, and you will have breakage from that. Avoid too much tension, ponytails where you're pulling your hair, or braids if it's too tight and to the point where you're getting a headache. You gotta take an Advil. You might want to lay off of it for a while. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And at the salon that I work at, Bodacious, in Easton, we use a conditioning product called the Mu Conditioning, and it's really great. It's a little deeper. It goes a little deeper than a regular deep conditioning. It actually penetrates the hair cuticle to the point where it restores moisture and brings the hair back to life.
I like getting my hair done over there.
You know what? When you said the name of the salon is Bodacious, you know what popped in my head?
I don't even know.
The prostitutes that are in GTA that walk with their kids.
Oh gosh.
I'll
Why?
show you later, but like somebody walking in like, oh yeah, I want my hair done.
That's how they feel when they leave out.
Yeah.
Got my hair done.
You're so silly. All right, so the next question we have for you, Ash, is what are the best products to help straighten your hair?
Words are attacking us today.
Straighten or strengthen? Which one? Cut that one.
The word just literally took her out.
Yes.
I can't remember to learn. What are the best products to strengthen your hair?
It all depends on your hair type. As far as products go, because you want to use the wrong product. And honestly, it's kind of like trial and error until you find the right product that works for your hair specifically, because not just like the client is learning about the hair, the stylist is as well. So don't think just because we have a license, we know everything. No, that's not the case. We're definitely learning just like you are. We do know a little bit more on a professional level, but it definitely all depends on your hair type and what type of that will determine the type of products you will want to use.
Okay, so the next question is, excuse me. What are some good products for hair growth?
That pretty much goes back to where what the last question was strengthening your hair, because I mean people use like do grow and things like that, but it doesn't always work for everyone. So I'm not going to name a specific product that's going to help grow help your hair grow, but I do know that you just literally have to find out what product works for your hair. Right. Your hair type,
your own individual.
Yes, everyone is different.
Okay, so how do you prevent heat damage when you're straightening your hair?
So definitely want to use a heat protectant. Depending on the texture of your hair will determine the temperature of your iron. And the temperature of your iron will be determined by, like, if you have fine or damaged or chemically treated hair, then you're going to want to use below 300. If you have normal hair, you'll use in between like 300 or 380. And then, of course, your coarse and extra curly hair, you'll use 350 to 400 as far as the iron goes. And you want to watch how much heat you add to your hair when you're passing it through with the iron, because people think they have to straighten their hair. Oh my God, it's so curly. So I have to pass it through like 10 times. Yeah, it's not that serious.
Like, I was not flat enough.
Right. If you actually take your time, and you can use the chasing the comb method, use the comb behind it, even though it's a little difficult, it takes time to learn. But use the chasing the comb method, and you take your time and actually do maybe 1 or 2 passes, you'll probably get your hair as straight as you want to. I know, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen these videos on YouTube that's going around with these girls have burned their hair. I watched a video recently on Facebook where the girls decided to wrap their hair, because if it's higher than 100 degrees outside, you can go outside on a railing and wrap their hair. So they did that, and the girl was like, "Oh my gosh, you're burning my hair! You're burning my hair! I can smell it. It stinks." She's like, "No, just 10 more seconds. 8 more seconds. A couple more seconds." They took that girl hair off that railing.
Oh my God, I remember that.
I've never seen that before.
Don't ever try it at home.
You literally like wrapped it around like a metal bar, and they're like, "Oh, it's over 100 degrees," but then they were even uncertain about it.
Right.
Like, you burn your hair off, and oh my God, poor girl. But then it's like, why would you do that?
Like, that's not how it works.
One girl burned her hair off. It was like a little blonde head girl, and like I think she like put it to the highest setting, and her hair was like really thin, so she like literally burnt like her hair from the edges. She was young too. She was probably like 12 or 13.
I'm pretty sure
screaming.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people have went through that time in life. You just felt like they needed to get it done themselves. And, it didn't come out exactly how they wanted.
Right.
I used to see people use like spray. Mm-hmm. I guess like, I don't know, styling spray, or spray to make your hair hard when you were straightening it. Yeah. Oh my God. And they would be sizzling and stuff.
Back in the day, they used to do that.
Yes. I've done it before.
Those stiff hairstyles. Now there is a like kind of like a heat protectant, but it helps hold your hair straight while after you're finished ironing your hair. But it's not going to make it stiff to the point where it's like, oh, I have no body or no movement. But there is products that you can use to keep it straight after you, because if you're natural, you go outside, it'll poof up.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Might as well.
Yeah.
That reminds me of those hairstyles where like it was like a 90s hairstyle, but like it would be like a ponytail, but your hair would be like kind of stiff. Those hairstyles. Oh my god.
I know exactly what
you look like you rocked that once or twice in your day.
I'm not even that old.
Yeah, but you know
that was for like our mom's hairstyles.
You know they have like theme parties. People be bringing back the waves and stuff.
I always wore like the Spice Girl looks and stuff,
Or Babs. I want to dress up like Babs for Halloween one day. With the booyah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so our next question for you, Ash, is what ingredients should we stay away from that are in hair products? Because like you've heard of stay away from sulfurs or alcohols, like different alcohols, petroleum. Like, is there anything specific that we should not put in hair, especially like natural hair?
I definitely think that you should stay away from sulfates, because what that is, all it is that's what makes the shampoo lather, which I believe that it's in all shampoo, but too much of anything is not good.
Right.
Yeah. So the results from that could be, if you already have a dry scalp, you don't want to make it even drier. So if you over shampoo your hair, you can have rashes or scalp dryness, and you definitely don't want that, because it can cause itchy scalp as well, irritated. And also, we all know about box colors. It's like every stylist nightmare. No, it's just the box colors. It's like, okay, well, if you didn't go to school for, you don't know the right ratio and everything that comes with coloring. You don't know the color wheel and the color of law and the law of color. It's very difficult to know what exactly you're putting in your hair and if it's actually healthy for your hair. If you didn't study it. So that's one thing that you might not want to do. You probably should leave to the professionals. Not saying everybody does. I mean, hey, it could be a struggle, but still, if you really want your hair to be healthy and not damaged, and I would definitely say leave it to the professionals. Because box colors, a lot of people damage their hair with box color, and you can't go from red to black to blonde, like a high yellow blonde or gray in one day. People don't notice that a lot of people, when they color their hair, they have to come to the salon 3 or 4 times before they actually get the gold of the color that they actually try to achieve. It doesn't happen all in one setting. So that's definitely one thing you want to know. Also, silicones are found in shampoos and conditioners that clog your pores, which it can dry the hair out from the inside out, which isn't good.
We want your hair to be happy and healthy.
Right.
That will make us happy and healthy. Well, maybe not healthy, but happy.
Since we were talking about coloring hair, what is the proper way to take care of color treated hair when you do get it properly done?
Do you want your voice and opinions to be heard? Have you ever thought about creating your very own podcast?
Well, we have the perfect app for you. Anchor is the best way to record, edit, and distribute your own podcast. It's easy to use and it's all free.
They have creation tools that will help you to edit your podcast, as well as free transition sounds and intro and outro music to make your podcast run smoothly.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many more. And you can also make money from your podcast too.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. You can access it on your computer or even on your phone. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started.
So you definitely want to use color treated shampoo and conditioner. Make sure you go back to the stylist who did your color, because sometimes multiple people in your hair, everybody has a different way of doing everything, so it might not be the best. It's just a easy way to keep track of what's going on with your hair as well, health wise. But getting your hair done, I mean, a lot of people they'll go get their hair colored and then they'll go home and think that's it. Oh, I don't have to do anything else. That's it. I'm done. No, you actually have to take care of it. You have to shampoo, you have to condition it, because color can dry your hair out if you don't take care of it properly, which can cause breakage. So you definitely want to make sure you're using the right products in your hair, and you want to use low heat. You don't want to put a lot of heat in your hair, because the hair is not necessarily damaged, but it's not as strong as hair that's not chemically has a chemical in it. So you definitely want to make sure you don't put a lot of heat in it, and just make sure you talk to your stylist and get the right preparations for the aftercare.
There you go. Okay. Now, my big question for you is, because I have seen, like, when I decided to go natural, I kind of did my own thing, and then I started seeing like videos online on hair diffusers, and different people were doing it different ways. So I just wanted to ask, like, how do you like really use a diffuser, or is like there a standard way, I should say?
So my way of using it, because like I said, everybody does does things differently.
Right.
But the way that I use a diffuser is, because most of the time it's used on people who have natural hair or who want to dry a particular spot on their head for whatever reason. So what you would do is, of course, you scrunch the hair up, get it wet. So you can lean forward and take the diffuser, and because it has like little prongs that come out of it as well. And then, of course, the heat comes from the blow dryer. So you would take it and kind of scrunch the hair up from the ends to the scalp, and kind of either sit it to your head or hold it a little not far, but maybe an inch or so from your scalp, just so it doesn't get too overheated and dry your scalp out, or burn you. And just keep doing that. Keep going from the ends to the scalp, and that's exactly how I would use it. Diffuser.
So the next question is, how often are you supposed to wash your hair?
So that goes back depending on the texture of your hair and how much oil your scalp creates, because you don't want to have a dry scalp and continuously shampooing your hair unless you're using dry scalp treated shampoo, and even then you don't want to overdo it. A lot of people that have more oil in their hair, they would shampoo their hair more often. So it all depends on your hair type and how much oil your hair creates. Some people do once a week to once every 2 weeks. Some people do every day.
Okay.
Yeah, I find myself like only if I'm doing like a wet and wavy type of thing, where I have like a bunch of product in my hair. Like I feel like once I lay down, it like kind of like just not mats, but like mushes, and it just gets puffed, and it's just ready for like you have to I feel like I have to redo it all the time. Where some people are like, oh, you can just refreshen it this one. I'm like, yeah, that's not working over here. So I feel like I have to wash it every day, or if I don't have any product in it. Like I washed my hair the other day and I combed it out because I anticipated on straightening it, but I didn't get around to it clearly. But I did not over the past couple of days, but I didn't put any product in it, so that way I can just like kind of dampen it, blow dry it, and then straighten it.
Right.
And instead of having to rewash it, get the product out, and then restart.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people, when they have problems with their product not working well, I mean, that all goes to just finding the right product that works for you. And we
just gonna have to run this course and do the next one.
Sometimes some people say refreshing. People use like a spray conditioning, like a leave-in conditioner, or like a not like a holding spray, but maybe a mousse or setting lotion spray, like stuff like that. People usually use those things to refresh their hair, and water, of course.
Yeah,
especially if you want to curl. Yeah.
So say if I want to, because my hair does the same thing, and it mats down, and usually what I do is I'll either wet it in the shower, but then I'm like, I feel like that's too much wetting instead of like versus using a spray bottle, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of times the spray bottles that you use, that some people use, like you have to find the right spray bottle. Sally's has a very good spray bottle.
The 360 thing.
Yeah, you pretty much. Well, what you do is pretty much you could pump it like a couple times and it'll continuously spray.
Yeah, I have that.
So you don't have to spray, and it doesn't. And it's a mist. It's not like a shooting out spray like you've got a water hose on. Like it's not like a shower or anything like that. It's not gonna get your hair like drenched. It's gonna make it damp. You know what I'm saying? So you have the right amount of moisture in your hair.
Coverage. Yeah, it has a nice coverage.
Yeah,
I have that upstairs.
They work really well.
I invested in one.
Investment.
That's what I'll be using.
Check that out.
I decided to straighten my.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna have to check that out.
You definitely should. And you can put any product in it. I mean, of course, as long as it's like liquid.
Yeah.
The last question that we have for you is, how often are you supposed to straighten your hair or use heat on your hair?
So that also goes back to texture, chemicals, what type of hair do you have? Of course, too much is always dangerous when it comes to heat. And being careful of the temperature as well. So some people, they straighten their hair because first of all, the more you straighten your hair, the less curl pattern that you have. So some people like their hair to be very straight. They don't like their curl pattern, so they'll straighten it even more. And then some people who they actually love their curl pattern. They don't want to lose it, but they want to be able to have that versatile, be able to wear their hair straight sometimes and then wear it curly sometimes. Yes.
Right.
They'll straighten their hair maybe once every couple of weeks, like once a month, maybe, things like that. So they're not losing their curl pattern, because you'll see a lot of girls and they're like, oh, I have a really tight curl in the back and then a very loose curl in the front. And I know a lot of women, they try to they're straighten their edges. So you'll see right there in the front, basically from ear to ear, it's completely straight, and the rest of their hair has a nice curl pattern.
I've never seen that.
I see it a lot.
I've seen that before.
You know what I used to see when back in high school was the girls that would wear their hair like wet curly, but then straighten just their bangs.
Yeah,
they used to drive me crazy.
Oh yeah. It'd be like this one big bang right here.
Mm-hmm. And if they try to straighten if they try to curl their bangs, I'm pretty sure it would lay straight. A limp curl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
absolutely.
The styles that we've seen over the years. Like these I'm glad lace fronts are being. I guess they're better now, but like when they first came out, they would get on my, because you would see all like where they cut and everything. Oh my god, I was like, no. And sometimes they wouldn't even cut it in like a way where it's a natural hairline. It will be like one straight line, and I'm like, why do you think that's cute?
Yeah, but I think that was just a style back in the day because nowadays you can cut your own baby hairs.
Yeah.
They've gotten much better.
You know,
Point.
better. To evolve. Even the wigs in general have evolved dramatically.
Yeah, some of them I would not ever know it's a lace front or like a wig.
Because they got baby hairs for those too.
Yeah.
You also
Hmm.
shave it down to.
Mhm.
Now, any other questions, Akasa?
No, I think that was it. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, pretty much like just basic stuff. I do have one more question for you, Ash. Where can people find you? See your work, come visit you. You gotta give us all your business handles.
Okay, so I work at a salon called Bodacious Hair and Body. We do hair, we do makeup. Right now, with everything going on, the only thing you get done is your eyes and maybe your forehead if you want some foundation. No, I'm just joking. We do makeup. We do lashes, individual lashes, and I don't mean the clusters. I mean individual lashes. Like if you pull a lash out, oh, one of my lashes fell out, like that type of individual. We do spray tanning, we wax, except for the lip, because we're not taking off the mask. The address for the salon I work at is 718 Philadelphia Road, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18042. The phone number is 610-438-2770. My hours are from Monday through Wednesday 4 to 8, Friday 4 to 8, and Saturday 9 to 4. And we also have a wonderful group of ladies that I work with who can also take you as well.
Okay, so we did say that we were going to talk about hair, so now the hair is done. We're going to talk about all things beauty. Now, none of us are beauty pros, and we're all trying to like figure out what products work best for us. But we'll talk about what's our hardest thing, what's our easiest thing as far as like what we're kind of pros at in our little premature stage, and also we can talk about like what do we want us to learn, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Do anybody want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
So I feel like as far as products, I like MAC. I've tried them before. Yeah, but they gave me a nice little makeover on my birthday. And also, I like Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals. I like them because I'm not a person that likes heavy makeup. I'm not into the whole transformation type, I guess, makeup.
You want to kind of just
I like natural makeup. So, with that being said, I feel like Bare Minerals. I have a starter's kit. It's really good. They give you pretty much everything: foundation, primer. They give you mascara, eyeliner, blush, a bronzer.
Oh, they gave really everything.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it's a really good product to use. And then also with the pros and cons, I'm not a pro at makeup at all. I'm still learning. The only person I do it on is myself.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I can't do it on other people. You know, anybody want to stop by, play with your face a little bit, your eyebrows.
That's one thing I want to learn how to do is eyebrows, because
yes, eyebrows are key. I feel like people can walk around with lashes and their eyebrows done, and they're good. Mm-hmm. They don't have to put anything else on.
Yeah. It kind of transforms you.
Yep.
Even just your eyebrows.
Yep.
I look at me with them growing out versus me with them done. I'm like, now that one on the right is a bad bitch. Those other ones, you look like you need to go back on the playground. No, what do you think your best thing, like when you do your own makeup, what do you think you can do like as the best?
Put mascara on.
That's real though. For real.
I did learn that
You know how to do
eyeliner. Yeah, I'm definitely learning how to do lashes, especially the individuals. It's definitely really cool to try to engage in with like doing someone's lashes because you have to literally separate every piece of hair and add a lash on. It's really cool. It's different. I'm gonna do that, so hopefully I'll conquer that.
How long does it take?
It can take up to 2 to 3 hours, and it's not a yeah.
Oh my god.
Literally take one lash and put it onto another individually.
Yeah.
One lash. How many lashes you have on your eyes?
I can't even put a strip.
I'm good with the strips. I can do the strips.
I can't even do the strips.
I just do the strips.
Though you just put the eyeliner and then you stick it on.
Yep.
And the shit was still falling off a little bit, but
And I like the different lipsticks that a lot of companies have. They have like the ombre look, and I think that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to learn. All that. Yep.
How to do it.
Yep. Mac taught me how to put the lip liner on and then fill it in with the lipstick. Whole nother story, girl. Please.
I need to learn how to
You can't tell me nothing.
Okay. It's technical. Victoria's Secret Makeup taught me how to do a kind of like a shadow. I don't know what it's not like a cat eye, but like a shadow, a dark shadow.
Oh, like a smoky eye?
Yeah, smoky eye. Like it taught
Okay.
me to do like how to lay the first layer of color on, and then the mid lid you do a lighter color, and then the lower lid you do even lighter. So it's really I actually learned from that.
What about you, Akasa?
So, I actually haven't worn makeup since like this whole pandemic thing started, because I used to just wear it to go to work and stuff, or like go out on special occasions. But I'm like, I ain't doing none of that. Like, what am I wearing the makeup for? But when I did wear it, I wore the Fenty foundation, because I found one that really matched what I had, like my skin color. So that, and I used to use Clinique too. But you know what it is? I would have to change my makeup like probably like every year, because I started off wearing MAC, because the first time I got a makeover was with like, you know, the MAC makeover, and I really liked their product. But then after like a year, I started like breaking out from it, so I had to switch like over and over again. So, but I do want to learn how to like contour, and you know how like those girls like put the lines on the face and stuff, and like just like you said, the ombre lips and everything. That's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
What do you think you're like semi-pro at?
Ooh,
If anything, like the best thing that you can do as far as makeup.
Put on foundation. That's it. I know how to spread it around my face so it'll look nice.
Yep.
But that's it. Like, I'll put that on, and eyeliner and mascara.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do quite a few stuff.
So, what's your makeup journey, Melli?
I think, well, I'm trying to dabble a little bit in like eyeshadow and trying to learn how to do that. I really want to learn how to cut the crease because of the way my eyelids are set up. So if I can learn how to do that, I can really learn how to do my eye makeup. I want to learn how to do eyebrows, not like plucking them and stuff, but like with the makeup,
the color.
Yeah. And I don't even know. I was looking for my foundation upstairs. I don't know where it is at this point. I'll get back to you on that. But I think the best thing that I know how to do is probably My eyeliner, my cat eye or
Mhm.
cat. That's all I do.
The wing.
The wing eyeliner. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's all I do.
You're good at it though.
Well, by now I hope so, and it still be sometimes like lopsided and shit, but I do everything. That's the best that I
You
know how
gonna
to
critique
do.
yourself way worse than anybody else. So
You know what grinds my gears?
what?
When you do one eye, you do the other eye, you're like, oh, this one needs more, so you do more,
Yep.
and now it's too
Next
thick.
thing you know, you got a whole black spot. Like you got a fucking
Yeah.
now that's
ring.
all over.
And then you try to take it off and smear it everywhere. Now you gotta take your foundation off and restart the whole face.
You start the whole process over.
I got nothing else on my face, but you could bet your bottom dollar that I got some eyeliner on. Might not even have some chapstick on, but I got the eyeliner on.
That's her lashes.
Did y'all ever see those videos of like the worst makeup artists on Facebook?
Yeah. I did see some of those.
And like one girl went to someone's house and she was telling her like what she wanted. I've never heard of whatever she asked for. But like the foundation didn't match.
There we go.
The eyeliner and like like this doesn't even match. Like it was two totally different colors.
Yeah, a lot of people get that their makeup or they do their makeup and then their whole face will be one color and then they forget to put it on their neck.
Yeah.
And you want a whole nother color. People don't think you can see that though.
Yeah, especially like your photos and stuff.
Yeah, that's why people usually go down to the neck when they're putting on their foundation and primer.
Blend it in.
Yeah, because you want to blend it into your skin to make sure it looks. If you have two-tone, some people look real ashy in the face, and then you cast it right.
Okay.
But that's how I look. Like I never worn powdered makeup, like the little powdered polish. I can't because it makes my skin look ashy, and I never had like a good experience with it. So I'll only get like a color stick or the liquid foundation.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it's bothering me because I really wanted to say what kind of foundation I use. It's like a drugstore one, like a common one. I don't think it's L'Oreal, but it's like a common one like that, and it works pretty good.
Everybody got their drug station makeup. Drugstore. Not station. Gas station. Excuse me.
Where can I find this drug station?
Y'all know I got your drug station. Makeup. It's infused.
You got that pen from the drug station?
Like that's exactly where I got it from, the drug station.
But you know what? What I really ended up liking the Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
They have really nice colors, really nice palette.
Where do you get that from?
Ulta.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually have them like cheaper. Okay. I mean, let me see. I got how much of my card? Twice. One of each. Everything is Ulta. Okay. Get up. $600.
Yeah. That should be adding up, all those products.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. So.
Beauty is pain.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
What state like
how to contour?
Yeah, I really do want to learn how to do that.
I tried it and it just didn't work out. My face.
I just feel like it's so many layers. Like, oh, that's a lot.
Well, I don't want too much on.
Yeah, I hate the heavy makeup look.
Yeah. Especially when it's hot and all that stuff melts off your damn face.
Okay.
Looking like Who did it and why?
Looking like a milk. Oh.
Exactly. All the colors starting to blend in together.
Yeah, like just got eyeshadow just running down your face, looking like a clown.
Too much. Then you over here patting your face and you taking the whole makeup off. Because I'll be the one to rub my eye and not even forgetting that I put on the makeup.
Ooh, me at work. And then I got mascara in my eye and one eye with eyeliner, the other one eyeliner is on my fingers. Okay, completely. Did something happen to you? You okay? When you eyeliner, that was good. That's me at work all the time because I don't wear it that often.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that think I'm like kind of muffled, I had 2 tooth extractions, so it's hard for me to talk. And yeah, so just FYI,
she takes it like a champ.
Listen, damn near dead. Okay. So if I look at my face and I sound muffled, it's because I'm having a hard time, but I'm trying to speak as clear as possible. That's just a PSA.
All right, Kanye.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel like I'm looking right now. I just had to go along with it.
Oh my god. Wait, I wanted to ask what I guess this ties into beauty too. What face masks do you use? Or like things that you use to like clean your face?
I personally I've been using Proactive for a very long time. I've heard bad things and good things about it. A lot of chemicals. I want to move more to a natural face wash. I just haven't found the right one. When I was younger, I had like really bad acne and I used Proactive and it worked really well for me. So I don't think it's for everyone, but I think it worked well for me personally. And then I've started using it recently and I feel like it worked okay. It wasn't as good as it was back when I was younger, but I did also find out that I wasn't using the same products. So now I'm about to start using the same products I used back in the day when I was younger. And I feel like that will help better. That's the one product that I use for my face. What do you use? Melli.
I use well, when I can remember to use it. I have these 2. It's like a night and day one. I think it's Neutrogena.
Mm-hmm.
And one is like an orange and one is blue. Yep. Yes, I use the Neutrogena when I remember to use it. And then I use like this moisturizer afterwards, and it kind of like makes it like it's kind of like a tingly, like your face kind of feels like cold and tingly. And before I use that to moisturize, I used to use like Pond's, some kind of moisturizing things, like in like those little jar things, and it has like a pink one, whatever.
And it's like white.
It's white, but it's no, it's not white. What did you ask me?
Yeah, I was asking like, they had like the white you could use.
Yeah, no, it's like a cream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a little container, and it's a white container, and it has like a pink ring. But I think they come with like a green ring or blue ring or a pink one.
Oh,
which means whatever different kind.
Right.
Yeah. So, and that's always been like it worked for me. So, but I never really had skin problems. The only time I ever really had skin problems was once I hit like 27 around my period.
Oh wow.
I had more skin problems in my late 20s than when I was a teenager.
But a lot of people, for me personally, what I've noticed with my hair is if my hair is really dirty and thick with product, I break out on my face. So I have oily skin. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
But so I've noticed that if I keep my hair clean, my skin also stays clean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't escape that from filming into your face.
It's all
like
kind of, yeah, pretty much. Like if you have oily skin, more than likely your hair is probably oily.
I don't know what kind of skin I have. Because my nose will be like oily, but I don't think the rest of my face is oily. It might be now because I'm hot, but
because when you think about skin is on your scalp. That's also skin. You know what I'm saying? It's all over your body. People who have dry skin could also have dry scalp. Now there's people who probably have opposites. Yeah, or they can have oily skin and a scalp, but I don't think I've seen it like that.
Usually kind of the whole
it kind of goes hand in hand unless you have a disorder.
What about you, Akasa? What kind of disorders do you have?
Let me break out my little scroll list of issues.
Drop it.
We just read off and check off. No, like my skin's always like giving me issues. I don't know if it's just the way I eat or
too though.
Yeah.
All that
what goes inside definitely comes out.
All that
yeah, it does.
When they take you out what you eat, no.
Okay, a couple things then.
Seriously.
A couple pounds of chicken.
I'm telling you, like, especially I know if I eat like beef or like greasy ass food, my skin not so much breaks out, but it just feels like weird. Like, it just feels dirty, and like I feel like my pores are clogged. But let me see, what do I use on my? I use like black soap sometimes, and then I'll get
I've used that before.
I heard it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It like leaves my skin like really soft.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use like a brush to kind of like exfoliate my face.
Same.
I had a brush.
Yeah.
Some one of these kids then fucked it up and now it don't work. Now I gotta get
No.
Gosh.
I used to take the pump, pump my Neutrogena and then turn it on and
Yep. I have a brush from Proactive that they sent me. It's like a mechanical one. It runs on your face in a circle.
Mechanical?
Or what?
It's like spinning.
Is it a robot?
Yeah.
This is like a test.
It's a small machine. Right. Cut it out. I gotta sit there, roll around in a circle, and it just clean my face.
Like you just put it on and just
the vacuum, the little round one that just
wrong word. I didn't use the wrong word. I have a electrical.
Yeah, like a battery handheld.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
People don't know kinds of exfoliating your skin too. Because that definitely helps with ingrown hairs and clogged pores and things like that, especially if you have oily skin. Like myself.
Then do one of those. Get it off.
Yeah. This is a tip. If you have oily skin, it's very important that you exfoliate at least once a day.
So we have 2 Black-owned businesses of the week. The first one is called Melli Hair Care. I bought the leave-in conditioner and let me get this right. The leave-in conditioner and the long-lasting definition styling cream. And I think they work pretty good. So hit them up. Their IG handle is Melanin Hair Care. That's MELANIN Hair Care. And that's it.
So the second Black-owned business would be Puro Natural Hair Products. I use these products on a lot of my clients because a lot of my clients have dreads or want braids or things like that. Your edges, they want the edges done. So they have really great products. It's all natural ingredients, no alcohol, things like that. They have hair growth products. So I would definitely check them out. And the website is www.puronaturalproducts.com.
Well, thank you, Ashley, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
It's a good sport.
Wow, sport.
Good work, Tiger.
Good work, buddy.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Babbling with Besties, and we hope that you will tune in next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.